y'all, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Ashley and today we're making pumpkin muffins. October is one of my favorite months and I'll have anything pumpkin that's on the menu. I'm going to show you one of my favorite muffin recipes and a few twists to go along with it. Let's get started. First, we'll put all the dry ingredients into a medium-sized mixing bowl. Give it a little bit of a whisk to combine. Let's set this aside. Now we'll add our wet ingredients, sugar, canned pumpkin. We'll whisk those together. Then we'll add the eggs and whisk to combine. And then we'll add vegetable oil. You want to make sure that you're using a neutral flavored oil. I like vegetable oil here because it doesn't have any flavor. All right, now let's mix the wet and dry ingredients together. Now when mixing the wet and dry ingredients together, you're just going to fold the flour in very gently because you don't want to create any extra gluten. And by stirring really quickly or really aggressively, you'll encourage gluten development and that will make for a tough muffin. So we want a really tender, moist muffin. So we'll just rotate the bowl and stir until it's all incorporated. Next, we'll put this into a greased muffin tin. This recipe makes 12 jumbo-sized muffins, which, let's be honest, that's my favorite size. Or it can make 24 standard-sized muffins. Now, 24 might sound like a lot of muffins to have on hand, but you know me, I always encourage sharing food around the table with friends and family. But if you don't want to give away 24 muffins, then let me give you a tip about keeping them in the freezer. You can freeze each muffin individually after it cools by wrapping it in plastic wrap and putting it in a ziplock bag and keep it in the freezer for about a month. That way you can enjoy these muffins all season long. When you're ready to enjoy one, just take it out of the freezer, remove the plastic wrap, and put it in a microwave and heat at low power for about 30 seconds to a minute. It'll just be like coming out of the oven. I'm gonna make the jumbo muffins because you know that's my favorite. And to start, I'm going to lightly grease a jumbo muffin tin. And then using a large scoop, we'll just scoop in to each tin, one scoop. Now these muffins can't go in the oven yet. I'm gonna put a cinnamon sugar crumble on top so they're extra delicious. Brown sugar, flour, butter. Now the butter can be cold or room temperature, but I prefer room temperature. It's a little easier to work with. Nutmeg, cloves, a dash of salt to balance out the sweetness, and cinnamon. Now we'll mix all the ingredients together with our fingers. And this is a great job for little children's fingers to get in here and mix this all together. So it's definitely a kid-friendly recipe to put together. Now this crumb topping might look familiar because this is what I put on top of my rustic apple pie that I made a few weeks ago. You can find the link up above. And you can see it looks like sand. So that's the perfect consistency that we want for the top of the muffins. All right, now let's generously spread this crumb mixture all over the top of the muffin mix. I like to put about 1/8 of a cup on top of each muffin. And this just provides a nice sweet crunch on top after it's baked. Since these are jumbo muffins, they're going to go into an oven at 375 degrees for 20 minutes. If you're making the standard muffins, they go in a 375-degree oven, but only for 15 minutes. When you put a wooden stick down the center of each muffin, you want to make sure that it comes out without any crumbs on it. I also like to enjoy these pumpkin muffins with a cream cheese center. Let me show you how to make the filling, and then we'll assemble those muffins together. Room temperature cream cheese, lemon zest, and some vanilla. And then we'll mix it together. Once this is mixed together and a little fluffy, we'll slowly add the powdered sugar. All right, now let's fill the muffins. To assemble the cream cheese muffins, I went ahead and lined my muffin tin with individual paper wrappers. And I'm going to take a scoop of the muffin mix, and then a scoop of the cream cheese mix with a smaller scooper. Kind of give it a dab to let it sink in a little bit. And then about another half scoop of the muffin mix. And now this will go into a 375-degree oven for 15 minutes. The muffins are out of the oven and I cannot wait to try them, but I have to wait at least 15 minutes because they are really hot as they just came out of the oven, and that cream cheese can burn your tongue. The muffins have cooled and now it's time to do a taste test. We'll start with the pumpkin crumb topping. They look so good on the inside, nice and tender. They're nice and moist, but they're not too dense. And the crunch of the crumble on top is so good with all the warming spices. This is awesome. All right, now let's do the pumpkin cream cheese one. So I love the cream cheese combination because the cream cheese is nice and tangy with the richness of the muffin. And it's really creamy, but you still have a fluffy muffin that goes with it. It's so good. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen today as we made the most delicious pumpkin muffins. I hope it inspired you to make a big batch for yourself and share it with friends and family. If not, keep them in the freezer and enjoy them all season long. If you liked today's episode, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. We post new content every week. Until next time, cook great food in your kitchen and share it with those that you love, and we'll see you soon.